You guys got a whole new coach, right?
Yes, sir. We actually do. The Dallas Cowboys.
It's a whole new world.
For Lucas. He actually can sing that song. You should definitely check him out. He can hit that note. Yes, you.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Nick Patera could sing that song, though.
Cool. But Dallas Cowboys, they hired Brian Schottenheimer as their new head coach. He's the 10th head coach in Dallas Cowboys history. He's actually a guy that I thought would actually get the position because I feel like right now it's his time. And with everything going on in the league, seeing how the run game is starting to come back, that's pretty much Shotty's go-to. And I believe with him being the head coach, I believe he's going to implement more of the run. And I think that's something that's been really missed with Dallas as a whole, especially on the offense. And it really shows that running backs matter from what you've seen from the postseason and through the season as a whole. I believe that he's going to implement this run game because I believe he's going to be the play caller. I got a chance to check out his introduction presser of him being announced as the head coach. He was knocking it out of the park. I felt like running through a wall for this guy. And then the guy to his left and then the guy to his right started taking over and just pretty much just bombed the whole presser. I was just really disappointed that Jerry took over the limelight, especially with how Brian Schottenheimer was just expressing what he wanted to do with the team. And I do have faith in this guy. I know not most Cowboy fans have the faith in him right now, but you got to give him a shot. Give him a chance. He's got about 25 years of experience, especially with coaching. This is his first time being a head coach. For some Cowboy fans, if you don't know, the guy that got you two of them, and technically three, has zero NFL head coaching experience, and that was Jimmy Johnson. So you got to give him a shot in order to see if it works. Now, my only thing with that is I hope Jerry can stay away from him and let him coach. My only wish, my birthday's next week. My wish for this team moving forward, Jerry and Steven, stay away and let the coaches coach. Now, it's a whole search of coaches being added to his staff. And as some guys in particular, I'm hearing things about Matt Eberflus for the defensive coordinator position and one of the Cardinals O-line coaches being coming over to be part of the offense as well for Dallas. That would be really key. And there's some other coaches along the line. I know they interviewed some for the head coaching position. I wouldn't mind seeing Leslie Frazier coming in as a DB coach for Dallas because I think he did a really good job at Buffalo. But back to Shotty, I felt that he was really getting everything that the fans wanted to know. And then Jerry just kind of just stole the limelight of that and really just dulled the press conference. So all I can say, Cowboy fans, give Brian Schottenheimer a chance. And he needs the support. But we also got to get our voice out there and put the pressure on the Joneses. And for that, I really think Jerry's feeling the pressure because the way he was talking, he had those crocodile tears and just really was just pressing. And it's like, man, we don't care about them tears and whatnot. You go out there and get us what we want for this team because it's long overdue. We're almost we're a little over 30 plus years without seeing a championship game. Last time I saw one, I was 4 years old. So it's just basically most fans haven't sniffed or seen a championship by this team. And I think the time is now for Shotty to be able to rewrite the wrongs of the past 8 coaches to really get this team where it needs to go. I know one goal for Brian Schottenheimer and what he talked about was his dad never got a Super Bowl trophy. That's his goal right now. He's going to get one in honor of his dad. And with what his knowledge and everything to get him to this point, I'm happy for Brian Schottenheimer and being the 10th head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. I digress.
So can I be honest with you? And what I'm about to say is not meant to be mean. I feel like Jerry's just getting a bridge head coach. I feel like this is a front man until this roster can start recovering financially from all the deals that you guys made. But mainly, it just doesn't feel like. I'm not saying that he's going to be a bad one, but like it's an unproven commodity. That's not usually Jerry's MO.
Okay, who do you think they should have went for?
Honestly, I thought Pete Carroll would have been the ideal person. I thought Pete Carroll fits that of an established head coach that has a winning culture. Now, would that have worked with Jerry? Probably not. But at the end of the day, Jerry's still stroking his ego with this hire. He's still stroking his ego.
Who would be your next coach?
My next coach after Pete Carroll?
Mm-hmm.
Of like the realistic, I mean, obviously, I think Dion would be an ideal coach, but I don't think he's available. So let's go with the people that I thought Robert Saleh made a little bit of sense.
Well, his track record as a head coach is not as good. I think he's better.
I think he's going to do well in San Francisco.
Yeah,
I think he'll do well there.
I think he's going back to what he knows, and that's scary because the Niners, their defense is stout, but when they got the right coordinator to do it, it was him.
Mm-hmm. So, Earl, let me ask you this. There's been a bit of a contention online from Cowboys fans. 50% like the hire, 50% don't like the hire. Let me just ask you this. Is Brian Schottenheimer an upgrade or downgrade over Mike McCarthy?
I think it would be a slight upgrade. I think for him, I think he has more of a better connection with the players, especially being able to work with Dak Prescott, as well as just being able to get better control. I think Mike McCarthy really wanted to call plays, but he really haven't called plays in years. So some of the stuff seemed kind of dense and stale. Now, for what Brian Schottenheimer can do, I think for him, it's time for Dallas to break away from the passing game, where the run game is the more focal point. In terminology of it, the old is the new, and the new is now the old. So the run game for Dallas, that was their golden ticket. And then they shifted to passing. Schottenheimer has a really good track record of running, especially with his time in Seattle. They pretty much had a top 5 type of running attack for about maybe 2 to maybe 4 years straight. And overall, I think for what he brings to Dallas is going to be one that really is going to get them on the right track, especially with running the football. I think he's going to have a mix of different stuff where I hope that it's not fully pass focused, more play action, in which more of Dak's strength. So I really don't know for a fact if it's going to be an upgrade, but I'll give him the slight edge by a little bit. But I definitely got to see what he does going into this season. And the Joneses got to allow him to do what he needs to. Now, it depends on the staff. If the staff is one that can really help this team, then I believe it's an upgrade. And I won't be able to make that judgment now. But if it comes out that he really doesn't have the team as a whole, then I can say it was a downgrade. I give Mike McCarthy his due for managing what the Joneses done. Now, I don't think he'll be able to handle as much as what Mike McCarthy was able to do to kind of flex his muscle on certain things. But he's gotta contest to not only winning, like he's really gonna have to get the fan base all on the same page. Jerry's not gonna do it. Stephen Jones is not gonna do it because they're too much butting heads against one another. But if he can bring what Dallas has been missing, I think it's gonna spew those fans that's on the negative side that can bring that we all can be on the same page, because right now it's 50-50.
I'll say that. Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I'll say this. I hope the Joneses, after this weekend, know what's best and let their coaches coach and get out of the way. Because you had your offensive coordinator and you had your defensive coordinator, in the NFC Championship game. They were both there with the Cowboys. And they let them both go.
You know,
Kill them more than Dan Quinn.
I think it's more. I think it's just Jerry's ego. Now, I believe if Jimmy wasn't the head coach and this stuff was going on, I don't think Dallas would have saw the 3 that they had. They would have just had the 2 with Tom Landry. But if for him, his ego has just taken over. And right now, I don't know how many more years this man got. And he's trying to hold on to everything that is there to him tight.
Earl, is Jerry Jones borderlining narcissism with how he's running this team at this point?
Okay,
I'm asking. Is he borderlining, like, is he being narcissistic with how he's controlling this team?
Oh yeah, he's a clone of Al Davis. Like he's one of the main original guys in that alignment, honestly, with Dan Snyder. But he covers it up. He put a ton of cover on it. The one thing that I can say about it is that if he just kind of just understood what fans were mad about and then addressed it, then yeah, that's fine. But all we get is there's not another GM that can do it better than me. What owner would do that and just make the focal point about him, knowing that the fans are ticked off with what's happening with the team and it really needs to change? I'm hearing Michael Irvin just not okay with the Brian Schottenheimer hire. If that was so much to him, former players that talk about the Cowboys, if you want to run your mouth about what's going on with the team, you go to the head man. If y'all got to come together in a unison to form an intervention with this brother, whatever you need to do to get to that point so he can fully understand it in his 81, 82-year-old brain, then that is going to be the key to fully unlock what could happen, even for him to have a change of heart for redemption, or allowing his son to try to figure something out. It's to the point now, I don't know who's running. I'm thinking it's Stephen Jones. It could be Jerry. There's too much voices going back and forth with these dudes that it's like Stephen Jones trying to save money, Jerry Jones trying to squander money. And it's like, if they work together, who knows what could happen? It could pass the torch to the son. But I don't even know if the son is fully going to be able to help the team because of so much of what Jerry's done. The team is built on a family organization, which is not run like a business, what it's supposed to be. It's more other things besides football. And putting X's and O's in the back burner has been hurting this team. Now, all I can say, yeah, he could have that narcissistic way, but it's one that people are wondering what it's going to be like after Jerry's gone. And right now, if he can fix it before he's gone, he would get everybody on one unison. And I don't know if that's going to happen. I just got to wait and see.